Hello and welcome to my get ready with me video. I have prepped my skin, just had a shower, dried my hair. My skin is prepped with serum that I often use, really like that. Find that helps. And my Nivea, sorry, it's behind my phone. So my Nivea day cream. So I prepped my skin with those and obviously cleansed because I've just had a shower, so cleansed my face. I'm going to use my old Tarte Double Duty Beauty Hydrating Foundation from Tarte. I'm not sure they do this anymore. I've had these a while now. So I'm just going to blob some of that on. I'm actually going to put some concealer in as well. I'm going to kind of mix concealer with foundation. I quite often do that these days. I just find as I'm aging, I've got sort of, if you see the redness in my skin, that hasn't always been there. Over the years I've been pretty pale and now it's kind of going rosy, which you would think is a good thing, but it's not really. It's kind of looks a bit blemished, rosy, but blemished, like skin heat damaged, you know, from the sun or whatever. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with. I'm just going to pop some of this concealer on. This is Rimmel, I think. I am mainly cool undertone. I'm close to neutral, however, I have a little bit of warmth in my skin, especially in summer. But I just kind of blob concealer on around where it's red, around where I want to kind of overemphasize the underemphasize the blotchy skin. This is a lovely brush from Japanesque. I got this from TK Maxx. You can't generally buy Japanesque in the UK. I've not seen them in general stores in the UK, like Boots or Superdrugs or whatever. I've never seen them in there, but I have got quite a few Japanesque brushes that I've always got in TK Maxx, in various stores across the UK. Just gonna blend, what's the word? Not blend, but just kind of should have tied my hair back really. These days I'm getting rather yellow teeth, which I really hate. But by the time you get to my age, if you're a tea drinker, which I am, I also sometimes drink red wine. I drink quite a lot of white wine, but I do sometimes drink red wine. It's not good for your teeth. It's mainly probably tea that does most of the damage for me. But I do use my whitening toothpaste. So I've got Sensodyne whitening. I find that actually pretty good if you're trying to look for whiter teeth. They're pretty yellow at the minute because I need to do my teeth after my breakfast and stuff. So they are looking a little bit more yellow than usual, but I do find that whitener does work. However, I have to keep using it. It doesn't kind of last too long before you need to kind of whiten them again. I've also got Oral-B whitener. This is a dual pack, so you get that and then you get the Perfection, the purple one that is Perfection that you put on afterwards. So I put that on first and then I put the purple one on. So I do that every so often. I don't do those every day because I use Sensodyne and I don't want to overuse the Oral-B one for that reason. Right, hopefully, I always seem to miss these bits here. So hopefully that's my foundation done. I like to bring the foundation down into my neck a little bit so that I'm not making my neck look a completely different colour to my face. And then what I'm going to do is use my I'm using quite a lot of old products today. I'm using that. I'm just going to use a brush. This is So Eco, I think. Can't remember. Eco Tools, one or the other, can't remember which. But I'm just gonna give this a kind of go over. I don't always use powder, to be fair. Sometimes I skip powder and don't always apply it, but I feel like I need to even out because I've done foundation quite quickly. I need to make sure it's all blended in and evened out. Again, I'm going to use an old blush and bronzer highlight, so I'll use that. I use this brush today, I haven't used this in ages. I think this is Chic from the range store, where you get all kinds of things. I'm just going to get the edges where the blush is. I'm finding, as you can see, I've used that blush quite a lot because it's nearly gone. And I'll try to put that not too high up here, not too low down here, because that makes your face look more drawn down. So try to do it kind of where the round bit is on your cheek. I bring it up into there. That's what I do these days. I haven't always done that, but after watching a few beauty videos on these channels, I've learned to kind of bring it up more. I'm going to use the bronzer. As you can see, don't use that as much. I don't use loads of bronzer because it just doesn't suit. If I use too much, it's just not good. So I sometimes use bronzer, don't always use it. And when I do use it, I use it very subtly. And again, I bring that up a little bit below where the blusher would normally go. So a bit like here. Sometimes bring it round like that. Sometimes, again, I try different techniques with bronzer. I don't necessarily use the technique, and then I like to blend it in so that it's not, so that you haven't got this streak, like you know, streaky thing going on. I'll just go over my eyelids with a bit of what's on my brush, just to give them a bit of colour. I don't know why I'm talking like that. I hate when people talk like that, and I'm doing it. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to do some highlighter. I think if you, well, just bear with me. So I haven't got a fan brush. I'm just going to get a fan brush. Bear with me. I have got a lot of brushes. Any one of these will do. I just find that it doesn't matter what the brand is on these. They're all pretty much standard, these fan brushes. I don't always use a fan brush for highlighter. Again, this is a Revolution Trio. They still sell them online, but when I go into Superdrug store, or Boots, I don't tend to see that palette anymore. Last time I looked, they were available online. If you're looking for that trio, it is a really nice trio. The highlighter isn't overly shiny, okay, so I'm just warning you about that. If you do get that trio, if you have pale sort of fair skin like me, or even medium skin, that would work. If you've got darker skin, you probably get a different one. You probably get a darker one. I'm not sure if they do it, you'd have to check. But it is a good palette. I'm just going to pop some mascara on now, and then I'm going to... I hate pale lips as well. That's one thing I hate, pale lips. I'm just going to get a mirror so that I can see what I'm doing, because I don't want to... just going to... so that you can see what I'm doing. Again, this is an old mascara, just using products up today that need using before I buy some more. I have got other mascaras, but this one really does need kind of using up. I've got another one that needs using up as well. I really like this mascara, it's a good one. So even though I'm using up old products today that I've had, you know, a few months or whatever, or a while. This is, I think, Maybelline. Is that focused? So that's the one I'm using. I just find though, for my bottom lash line, as I have really tiny bottom lashes, as you can see. As I'm aging, that's another problem. I seem to be losing my bottom eyelashes. My top ones aren't that great, but I seem to be really losing the bottom ones. They seem to be just really thin and not very long. The top ones aren't quite as bad, but I'm finding even the top ones are not great. Look, I've splodged, and that's through not being careful, so I'm going to sort that out in a minute. Sometimes it's better to let a splodge dry rather than trying to sort it out while it's still wet. So as you can see, quite a lot. Have I just splodged again? Sorry. As you can see, giving my eyelashes a bit of a boost, a bit of volume on there. I've blow dried my hair, but I haven't straightened it yet. Sometimes I straighten it because it's going a bit kind of. Sometimes I have to straighten it because it goes a bit all over the place if I don't. You know, in different directions. I don't really want that. So anyway, that's my blush, bronze, highlight, foundation, mascara. That's all that done. So for, what shall I use for my blush today? Blush for my eyeshadow today. I'm going to use that. So I'm going to use a big brush to start with. I'm going to do a sweep over. Don't forget, I've kind of used my blush brush and highlighter and bronzer. That'll be used, not the highlighter, but the bronzer and the blush, and I went over, so there's already some colour on there. I'm going to use the one that's closer. Bollocks, sorry. It's just fallen out. That's not good. I've had this a while. It's from Essence. I've had it a while, to be fair. That one, I'm just going to use that one there. It's a matte colour. No sort of shiny highlight in that particular colour, so I'm just going to go over my lid. I don't want a massive heavy eyeshadow look today because I'm just popping into town. I'm not doing anything really. Popping into town in a bit, so again, I'm just, they're the colours. Got this from Wilko's. Obviously Wilko's is closed down all over the place now. I'm not really sure where you can get Essence. You might get it in Superdrugs, maybe, Essence, but I don't think they do this palette anymore because the main place I got it from, main place that sold these was Wilko's. So it's a bit hard to say where you can buy these now. I'm just going to give a little bit of a rosy tint, that one. I'm going to get a thinner brush for this, so that one. So that's from the range Chic, I think they're called. So the little rosy colour, and I'm just going to go above